Hey, welcome back. Today isn't about perfection, it's about real life. Because the internet is full of filters, fake smiles, and carefully curated confidence. Perfect lighting, perfect bodies, perfect lives that don't actually exist. But every once in a while, someone shows up differently. No mask, no script, no pretending. And today I want to introduce you to someone who's doing exactly that. She's a body-positive advocate, a garden lover, a beach day dreamer, and her content? It feels like breathing fresh air in a space that usually feels crowded and loud. This isn't just another Instagram profile. This is authenticity, lived out loud. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll understand why people don't just follow her. They feel seen by her. Who she is beyond the feed scroll through Instagram for 5 minutes. You'll see perfection everywhere. Flat stomachs, perfect lighting, perfectly edited lives. Then you land on her page, and something feels different. She dances in her living room. She laughs mid-movement. She lets the moment be messy, not to impress, not to sell a fantasy, but to say something simple. This is me, and I'm enough. She doesn't hide her curves, she celebrates them. She doesn't chase trends, she creates comfort. Her page isn't about becoming someone else, it's about coming home to yourself. A community, not just followers. She doesn't have millions of followers, and that's the point. With just over a few hundred people following her journey, she's built something rare online, a real community. People don't just double tap and leave. They comment, they talk, they share their own stories. Because when she posts, it feels like a message from a friend. Not a brand, not a business, a human. She talks about self-love without sounding preachy. Confidence without arrogance, beauty without pressure. She describes herself in a way that stops you mid-scroll. Perfect, body positive, rich in love, hard inspiring. Not because society labeled her that way, but because she chose to see herself that way. The Morning Rush, real life on display, one of her most relatable posts. Her morning rush, no glam, no polish, no pretending. Just real life happening in real time. Running late, laughing through it, still showing up. Because confidence isn't about having it all together. It's about showing up even when you don't. And that's why people connect. She doesn't pretend every day is productive. She doesn't hide stress. She doesn't fake calm. She says, yes, I'm rushing this month. And yes, I still feel cute. That honesty, it hits. Curvy beauty, without explanation. She embodies curvy beauty energy effortlessly, moving through the world as if her body and her confidence are inseparable. There are no long captions justifying or explaining her shape. No disclaimers, no apologies. She doesn't seek permission from anyone, and she certainly doesn't wait for validation. She exists, she posts, she lives, and that alone is revolutionary. For so many viewers, especially women, seeing someone embrace their curves so openly, so unapologetically, feels radical. It challenges a culture that tells people to hide, to shrink, to measure their worth against impossible standards. Her feeling cute posts aren't about likes or compliments. They're about permission. Permission to love your body, permission to take up space, permission to stop shrinking. She doesn't ask for approval. She doesn't need it. Instead, she gives confidence away freely, reminding everyone watching that self-love is not negotiable. It's your birthright. Gardens, beach dreams, and soft joy. There's a quiet calm woven through her content. It's not loud. It doesn't demand attention. It simply invites you in. Plants soaking up sunlight. Soft colors that feel warm, not staged. Beach dreams that linger like a deep breath. She loves her garden. She dreams of slow mornings by the sea. She finds happiness in moments most people rush past, and in a world obsessed with grinding harder, posting faster, doing more. That softness feels powerful. It reminds people that rest isn't lazy, that peace is productive, that joy doesn't need a receipt, a filter, or approval. Her content doesn't scream confidence. It whispers comfort. It tells you it's okay to slow down, okay to enjoy simple things, okay to choose ease over exhaustion. Her page feels like self-care without rules. No pressure, no performance, just presence. Honest product reviews, no sponsors, no lies. This is where trust really builds. She shares product reviews, unfiltered, no sponsorships, no hidden ads, no exaggerated claims. When does something work? She says it. When it doesn't, she says that too. She once shared a cheap product that surprised her. It made her skin feel soft. And she made one thing clear. This wasn't paid. This wasn't sponsored. This was honest. And that honesty? That's rare. In an influencer world driven by money, she chooses credibility. Relatable, not unreachable. She isn't selling a fantasy you can't touch. She isn't flexing a life that feels 10 steps ahead of yours. She's sharing real life. As it is, messy rooms, busy months, small wins that actually matter. She feels like that friend who texts you, "I'm overwhelmed today," and then sends a selfie anyway. Because showing up doesn't require perfection, she reminds people of something we forget online. You don't have to wait, not until you lose weight, not until you make more money, not until life calms down. You're allowed to feel good now. In the middle of chaos, in the middle of becoming, you don't need a flat stomach. You don't need designer clothes. You don't need permission from anyone. You just need to be present. Why this matters right now. Here's the bigger picture. Social media has a confidence problem. It tells people they're never enough unless they buy more, change more, hide more. And creators like her, they quietly disrupt that narrative. Gently, powerfully, without shouting. She proves you don't need millions of followers to make an impact. You just need honesty. For brands and for people. She's open to brand collaborations, but never at the cost of who she is. There's a line she won't cross, and she protects it. If a brand aligns with her values, she listens. If it feels real, she shares it. If it doesn't, she walks away. Because her page isn't a billboard, it's a space built on trust. Her audience doesn't feel sold to. They feel respected. They know when she recommends something, it's honest, not scripted, not forced, not paid praise disguised as love. And that's rare. For brands, that trust is powerful. It means real engagement, real impact, real connection. For people, it means safety. It means knowing the voice they're listening to hasn't been bought. In a world full of hidden ads and fake enthusiasm, she chooses transparency. And that choice? That's why her influence lasts longer than a trend. Final thought. Why people stay? This isn't about chasing virality. It's not about likes, shares, or climbing some endless ladder of online fame. What truly matters is being seen, and being seen as you. In a digital world that constantly screams, "Be perfect," she chooses a different path. She chooses presence. She chooses authenticity. She chooses to show up exactly as she is, in all her messy, beautiful, unapologetic humanity. She doesn't edit out her struggles. She doesn't pretend to have all the answers. She laughs, she cries, she breathes, and she lives out loud. That honesty is magnetic. That is what draws people in and keeps them coming back. Because deep down, we're all searching for connection. We're all looking for someone who reminds us that it's okay to be ourselves. So if you've ever doubted whether your real self is enough, here's the truth. It is. It always has been. And it always will be. Call to action. If this story spoke to you, take a moment to show some love. Hit that like button, not just for the algorithm, but for the reminder that real, honest stories matter. Every tap is a small way of saying, yes, authenticity matters. Yes, being yourself is enough. Then don't just scroll away. Drop a comment, share your thoughts. Tell us what real confidence means to you. Is it laughing at your mistakes? Showing up when you don't feel ready? Taking up space without permission? We want to hear your voice because your experience matters just as much as hers. And if you haven't already, subscribe. Hit that bell so you never miss another story that celebrates people living authentically, boldly, and beautifully. Without filters, without scripts, without pretending. Because in a world obsessed with perfection, the most powerful thing you can do online is to be real. Always real.